Hello everybody, this is Oro back for another season of the Nbbl. This is the sixth season of the Nbbl. This is my second running of it. Last season with the shaymin-sky went pretty well. We got to roughly round 3 of the playoff season, which isn't so bad. Can't complain. This season, I think our team is a lot more powerful. I'm not going to delve too into detail about why I chose every mon on my team, but I do want to show it off before we move on to a future, into future battles. So Zamazenta is my round 1 pick. It was kind of just a really powerful legendary mon that, like, you know, look at its stats. It's really powerful. Something like a body press iron defense set is something that's going to come very often. If I see something like a Moltres or Zapdos, I'm going to run Stone Edge. Heavy Slam is a good stab move that's just going to deal with a lot of fairies, because a lot of fairies tend to be lighter than Zamazenta Crown. In fact, I can't think of many that are around the same weight as Zamazenta Crown, if there is any. Maybe like Zacian, but Zacian's not in the league, of course. It has relatively decent coverage moves. I can run Wild Charge, I can run Play Rough, I can run Crunch for a lot of these mons that might be able to resist Zamazenta Crown's attacks. But it's a pretty standard mon. You can't really do a lot with it that isn't stat wise, because it is forced to run Rusted Shield, which does mean that its recovery is less than ideal. Dauntless Shield is an absolutely broken ability. And I mean, yeah, Zamazenta Crown is my round 1 pick. Roaring Moon is my second one. It's a Pokemon that I kind of just wanted purely because it's a powerful sweeper and it's an absolutely devastating nuke. Knockoff is a move that really helps out Zamazenta Crown because, again, since it can't recover, a lot of teams tend to run Rocky Helmet into it. And Roaring Moon kind of pairs along Zamazenta Crown's offenses where, you know, one of them is going to be resisted by Fairy. In fact, Zamazenta's fighting type moves are also resisted by Fairy, so that's a Pokemon that could come in quite often into it. But offensively, Roaring Moon covers a lot of Zamazenta's weaknesses, and Zamazenta covers a lot of Roaring Moon's weaknesses. Defensively, they could pair a little better, but that's kind of whatever. Knockoff is the main move that you always see Roaring Moon run. Dragon Dance helps out with sweeping potentials, and then Earthquake for, like, coverage. That's kind of like the main set. Acrobatics can be ran if I need to run Photosynthesis, but you do see that I have a Torque Hole, so maybe sometimes I don't need a Run Booster, which means Acrobatics would be a less than ideal move. Something like Dragon Claw just to fill in a move and give me a stab option could be something that I see that I could be doing a bunch of times in this season. As far as items go, Booster Energy is the main one. Choice Band is a really powerful item that just means that Dragon Dance isn't necessary to set up. And then if I have a Torque Hole setting up Sun in the back, then Photosynthesis boosted Choice Band attacks are going to nuke even something like Great Tusk. It's not going to tank the attack super well. Lumberry is an item that you could see me run quite often if I'm running into, like, these Pokemon that might be able to tank an attack from Roaring Moon and then hit it with a paralysis or burn it. For fairy types, I have something like Iron Head. Roaring Moon's pretty standard. Sets are going to be more than likely what I bring most of the time. I am excited to try something like some Jaw Lock set, even though it locks me in. If I can lock something like maybe what would be a good example, like maybe a Dunsparce. I could lock in Dunsparce and then, you know, just set up perpetually on it for until the end of time. Jawlock, Dragon Dance, Roost, Knockoff, or I guess it would probably be like Dragon Claw, Iron Head, whatever I need to run for that week. It's something I could definitely see myself doing. Landorus covers more of the defensive sides of these two Pokemon, and then it gives me also a relatively consistent special attacker. Earth Power from a base 105 special attack stat isn't going to be light, and even though I am a higher physical attacker, it will more than likely tend to make other teams want to bring physically defensive Pokemon into Landorus to try and take hits a little better, which means Earth Power might catch them off guard. Other than that, Earthquake obviously is still a very powerful attack. Even a lot of defensive mons aren't going to take it super well, and then I do have Swords Dance to boost the attack as well. U-Turn is something I could see myself bringing quite often. Stealth Rock and Taunt sets would be something that Landorus would be really good at on leads, and then its bulk is quite substantial either way. Like with Intimidate, this is a Pokemon that's going to tank a lot of attacks and do quite a lot for the team. Gardevoir is my first Tera captain with Fairy, Water, and and Steel. Trace is one of my favorite abilities of all time, and I'm so excited to use it. Just really any being able to copy any ability is such an exciting idea. Gardevoir as a Pokemon is really interesting. Its special attack and special defense are high enough that if I were to invest into physically defensive sets like that, its physical defense isn't so bad anymore either. So it can run stuff like Leftover, Citrus Berry quite consistently. Choice Scarf is obviously the main set. With a powerful Tera Fairy Moonblast, I could see myself definitely running that and wreaking havoc with that. Healing Wish is an awesome utility move that I'm more than likely going to use quite often. Roaring Moon, Zamazenta, Landorus are all Pokemon that can really take a lot from that, and they can then continue to set up their shenanigans. So that would be a move that would be great to get off quite a lot. It has good utility in moves such as Knockoff, Mystical Fire. I can do Pain Split, Psyshock to target the more physically defensive Pokemon or more specially defensive Pokemon like Goodra. I could use Psyshock into that. I have Will-O-Wisp for status. It does have Wish, even though its HP is a little lower. I could see myself running that now and then. Trick sets with the Choice Scarf obviously go well. I have Taunt. I can teleport out if, maybe I'm not immediately threatened. I can teleport on like... I can't think of fighting types right now. Maybe like a Hitmontop, I guess, that isn't going for Bulletproof or Bullet Punch for whatever reason. I also have priority with Gardevoir. Shadow Sneak and Vacuum Wave are two moves that Gardevoir does have and can help out in niche scenarios. So that's something that I'm very excited to use about Gardevoir. And Gardevoir is just a really cool mon as well. Torkoal for the Sun is literally just here for the Sun, but the Sun is a good part on this team. Photosynthesis boosted Roaring Moon with Still an Item is just so goddamn strong. Torkoal can do its own Stealth Rock stuff. It does provide me a Rapid Spinner. It can burn with Will-O-Wisp or Lava Plume. It has coverage with Earth Power and Solar Beam. It has Yawn for support. I mean, it's a good mon. Like, its defense is huge, and typically I could see myself doing something like this, maybe investing a little bit into an attack and then going like max special defense, because you really just don't need to invest in the defense too much for it to still be useful. Scovillain is my second Tera Captain and final Tera Captain with the types of Fire, Fairy, and Ground. They're mainly just there for the resistances in Dragon and Ground, or Dragon and Fire respectively. Other than that, I'm more than likely just going to run Terra Fire or with like a Life Orb or a Choice Specs, and then Overheat in the Sun. Like, it's just going to nuke something. Chlorophyll boosts my speed. I mean, Scovillain's super standard, super typical. You kind of know what to expect from it, but when it catches you and like maybe you're not the most prepared for it, or even if you are prepared for it, you're going to tank 50%. You know, it's just a Pokemon you're not going to be able to deal with too well. Electros is more of a comfort mon, just a mon that has really good coverage, close combat, Supercell, U-turn, Dragon Tail, Drain Punch, Giga Drain, Liquidation. It just has so many different types that it can use. Flamethrower. It can run a lot of items. It can run a lot of different spreads. It has a good bulk all around. It has good offenses. The only bad part would be its speed, but that can even be an advantage if I run Trick Room sets. It has Coil for setup. It's just an incredible mon. I'm so excited to use this guy. And even like, I don't know, man, like if I need to, I can just run this and suddenly no special attacker can break through me, and I'm suddenly doing like a lot of damage with Supercell slams as well. Like, what are you going to do about that? Chandelure is more of just a fire type nuke for when Scovillain's typing or speed isn't really ideal. Chandelure's bulk is also a little higher than Scovillain, so I could see myself running it with a flame body build. It gives me a ghost type to block rapid spin, but it's kind of just here. Not something I see myself bringing too often, but see myself bringing maybe now and then in place of Scovillain when it just does a little better. Vaporeon is here just for the Wish support. Wish Flip Turn is all I needed to do. It has Scald for burns, but this is all I needed to do. It comes in, tanks a hit, sets up Wish, maybe protects if it needs to get its HP back. It can Flip Turn out just to get a little bit of chip, and then Wish will absolutely, it'll heal up Electros with Assault Vest sets. It'll heal up Scovillain if I can get it in safely. It'll heal up Gardevoir, Landorus, Roaring Moon, and Zamazenta Crown mainly because obviously it doesn't have natural healing outside of Rest. This is the only reason I have it. Its water typing is good bulk. It has good bulk on its own. It's water type, good resistances. It's just a good mon. Quillfish is spikes and T-Spike support. It's also a dark type that doesn't share too many weaknesses with Roaring Moon, so that means I can bring it either way. It can do Barbarage stuff, which can give good chip for the rest of my team. It has priority with Aqua Jet. It has Destiny Bond, Pain Split, good utility mon, very annoying. I could see a lot of teams having issues with it being on my team. Intimidate support means it's very bulky, and then obviously within a Violate, nothing's taking this down. If I do this in a max special defense set, nothing's going to OHKO this unless it's like a Landorus with a Life Orb and Sheer Force and Earth Power or Sandsear Storm at like max special attack. Like that might be able to take this out still. But very powerful mon. Very excited to use it. I could see myself bringing it even with Roaring Moon on dark type teams. For like, you know, double darks on my teams. Like I see that happening quite consistently. It also gives me Gunk Shot for fairy types that maybe Roaring Moon isn't able to deal with, like something like a Primarina. Gunk Shot can still hit that. And then we have Dodrio. This was literally just a throw on, but it does have a lot of moves. Double Edge, Brave Bird, Knockoff, U-turn, or I guess it doesn't have U-turn actually. I did not know that. Low kick, boom. Suddenly I run this. I can run this with a choice band, and it's just gonna hurt Pokemon because its attack is high, its speed is high. It's gonna come in and do a lot of damage. That's what Dodrio is here for. Now I'm gonna move on to actually our first round 1 fight of the season. This is against Lulz. His team looks something like this. He has Fluttermane, Galarian Slowking, Tornadus Therian, Empoleon, Donphan, Serperior, which is more than likely going to be Tera Fire, Paldean Tauros Blaze, Hydreigon, Beartic, which I don't necessarily see coming, and Knucklestack. Those are kind of the main Pokemon. I'm not going to talk about Beartic's Tera types because I kind of just don't see it coming. Zamazenta Crown is right there. Beartic would need to run close combat. I don't believe it has any good Tera types to damage Zamazenta Crown. I believe it was something like Ice, Fairy, and Electric. So it was something like that. But not something that's really going to be able to damage Zamazenta Crown too easily, and that means Zamazenta Crown is just going to come in, it's going to click Body Press, do 50% to it, or kill it with like a Heavy Slam, Behemoth Bash, something like that. It's not more than likely not going to come. Fluttermane's the big issue, and that's why I brought Gardevoir with an Assault Vest and Tera Fairy, as well as Psyshock, so I can hit its much frailer physical defensive side. Psyshock plus Shadow Sneak is actually a guaranteed setup for a kill on Fluttermane sets, most of them. So this is more than likely going to be able to bait Fluttermane in and be able to kill it pretty easily. Tera Fairy Draining Kiss means that I can heal up my HP on basically every Pokemon on his team that isn't named like Galarian Slowking or Empoleon. That's kind of it. Empoleon I have Thunderbolt for, and then Galarian Slowking still gets chunked by Psyshock, so that's not the end of the world either. This is just a mon that, like, if you look at his team, he just doesn't deal with it well enough. Draining Kiss is going to heal up on a lot of his physical attackers. Donphan, Knucklestack aren't going to be able to break through hard enough, and then obviously Paldean Tauros Blaze isn't going to be able to really chunk me too hard, especially with my max HP. The hardest thing you'd be able to do would be like a choice banded Flare Blitz. He could definitely hit me with that, but that is also why I have Vaporeon with a max physically defensive set. If he decides to do that, he's going to get hit. I'm going to switch out with Flip Turn. I'm going to get a lot of momentum for that. Wish support helps out my entire team. It helps out Assault Vest Gardevoir from getting healed up. It helps out Zamazenta to get healed up. My Assault Vested Electros as well to get healed up. Wish support is huge, and it's going to be able to get off a lot of wishes because it's going to come in on Pokemon that are just incapable of damaging Vaporeon in a meaningful way. Zamazenta Crowned is my next Pokemon. Very standard set. Body Press, Heavy Slam, Substitute, Iron Defense. It's very typical. I only needed so much speed in order to outpace Tornadus Therian that more than likely are only going to go so fast on their own. So Zamazenta Crown is going to be able to do a lot. Substitute means I can come into like something like a Superior that maybe isn't Tera Fire or something, you know, something along those lines, and I can get a substitute off before it hits me. Maybe it goes for Glare and suddenly they're in a very bad position. It's just a really good mon, and Heavy Slam is actually like super powerful into literally his entire team. So it's something that, you know, it's going to put in work no matter what. Landorus is actually a dedicated lead set. There is not a lot of Pokemon that he can really afford to lead with into my team. His best options would be something like Tornadus Therian, Donphan, Knuckle Stack. That's kind of all he has. Knuckle Stack is obviously not going to want to come in on a Landorus no matter what, because it's just not going to tank an Earthquake or an Earth Power too well unless it's Air Balloon, which would be kind of strange. Worst case, I always taunt Knuckle Stack. Donphan was actually something that I really prepped for. This type of investment lets me chew a Donphan's Icicles or Ice Spinner, get right underneath Citrus Berry, or right underneath 50% into Citrus Berry range, so I recover. Earth Power 2-hit KOs Donphan, and then it also prevents it from getting hazards up with Taunt. So my idea is I always switch in Landorus turn 1, hopefully face a Donphan on the other side. I click Taunt first turn no matter what, even if he clicks Ice Spinner, because I should be able to take 2 hits with my Citrus Berry. If I catch him off guard with the taunts and he did go for Stealth Rock, I can either just click Earth Power because it's a 2-hit KO, or I can get Stealth Rocks of my own up. More than likely I'll probably just click Earth Power, but we'll see what happens in the game, assuming I even faced Donphan in the round 1 slot. And then Eelektross is also up next. This is just an Assault Vest set because if you look at his team, he's primarily offensive on the specially attack side. Donphan isn't something that's going to be able to damage Eelektross too hard because of its Levitate ability, so it's going to have to be forced into something like Knockoff or Ice Spinner, which I can recover quite consistently with Giga Drain. Paldean Tauros Blaze is yet again the Pokemon that like would do the most amount of damage to Eelektross, but then again I just have Vaporeon that's always going to be able to switch in on Paldean Tauros Blaze, threaten it out, and get a lot of momentum or recovery from it. Discharge is also just a powerful move into everything. Paldean Tauros Blaze is a much better physically defensive Pokemon. Special defense is very bad. So Discharge is actually almost a 2-hit KO on it if I'm not mistaken. Knockoff is good chip and utility if I can get it on like a Galarian Slowking. Even if it's Colbur Berry, then that means I do remove the Colbur Berry for my next Pokemon, which is Salamence. U-turn is just so I can pivot out on something like Donphan and not have to worry about clicking Volt Switch and completely dodging it. And that's kind of the set. I mean, it's pretty standard. You'd click U-turn on Hydreigon, you click Giga Drain on Donphan, you click Discharge on Tornadus. I mean, you kind of just click what's in front of you, to be honest. And then we have a Booster Energy Roaring Moon. This is a speed booster set. This is so I can try and outpace Fluttermane if it's not a Choice Scarf Pokemon on its own, which would let me hit it with like a knockoff Iron Head or Outrage pretty hard. I do still have Dragon Dance in case it is a speed boosting set, so I can, you know, come in with Roaring Moon, get a speed boost. Maybe it's on something like Empoleon that's not going to want to stay in no matter what in fear of like an Earthquake or something like that, and I can get in a Dragon Dance boost and set up in front of something and potentially just sweep because this Pokemon does do really well. Tauros is the main threat again, but Outrage or I just switch out. That's going to be the team for our week one battle against Lols. I hope you guys just like the team in general. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below, and let's get into the battle. Hello everyone, my name is Oro, and I am back for another Wi-Fi Draft League video. This is once again the Nbbl. Unfortunately, I might have said something, I don't know. I lost the files to my original run of the Nbbl, the one where I had shaymin-sky. I did not win, so it's not like you missed out on much, but I did make it to playoffs pretty comfortably, so it was a pretty good run in my book. His team, I feel like I'm missing something that I thought was going to be on his team. I am going to lead Lando because Lando does really well into everything. Worst thing into me would be like Flutter Main. Everything else I can do pretty well into. I guess like Slow King, I could potentially get hit by like a really powerful Ice Beam that I don't really want to deal with. Ice Beam would be a KO. So I guess if I see Slow King, I do have to respect it. I kind of am anticipating Donphan to be the lead still. Because I really, really want to avoid rocks if at all possible. Flutter Main would be annoying as well because like I am going to be taking like I always live an attack, a max special attack choice specs Moonblast from Flutter Main does like 97.6% minimum, but I just don't do a lot to it in return. Like I could Earth Power for 40 or whatever, but Gaia is the Donphan, which is fine. I don't want rocks at all. This is his only Rocksmon. Actually, I don't know their pronouns, so I'm sorry if I'm saying he or she. I don't really know. Yeah, this is their only Hazardsmon. I think Hydreigon technically gets Stealth Rocks, but I am just going to taunt this. I really do not want to deal with Stealth Rocks in any way. Yeah, I don't know their pronouns, so I'm sorry if I misgender you. I try. I'm gonna go with he. Taunt. I am gonna taunt it. He's gonna stay in. Hopefully, Stealth Rocks is what I see. I could understand if I see Ice Spinner, but I don't. Let's go. Very, very good. Potentially, I could clear this off my field. I'm gonna go like Earth Power. See if he's leftovers. That's good damage. That's Rapid Spin. Can Donphan ever be faster than me? I don't see... Can Flutter Mane kill me from that range? It can, yeah. I kind of want to just click U-turn. Click U-turn and go into something like maybe Electros. Or I can get rocks. Let's click rocks. I could see Rapid Spin again, but not sure. If I do, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with this. Should never kill me. Obviously, I don't have a Ghost on my team, but I can just click Earth Power for the 2-hit KO. This worked perfectly. This went exactly how I wanted it to. He is gonna switch. I could see Hydreigon more than likely. Yeah, that's Hydreigon, right? Yeah. I could have clicked U-turn, but I didn't see the point. Obviously, something like a Draco will kill me. I could go Zamazenta. I would take basically any hit really well. I could see maybe like Fire Blast come out. Flash Cannon maybe if it's like Specs could kill Lando. Not quite, actually. I don't know. What would be my safest move here? I guess I probably don't want to go Zama quite yet. I could go Guardy. Guardy should like chew even a Flash Cannon. Electros should chew an attack and get a U-turn off maybe. Let's go Guardy. I should absolutely eat any hit that it goes for here. I should chew it. Especially if it's not Specs. They're gonna get Levitate also. It's pretty cool if he goes for Earth Power for some reason. Eat. Yum. Delicious. Obviously, he potentially just goes Slow King. I'm gonna go Electros on the Slow King, because that is at least a knockoff. I doubt I'm faster than this, so I imagine he's staying in, potentially going for Flash Cannon. Q-turn. Okay, that's fine. That did hurt. Oh, it's a big crit. Okay. That crit's potentially big. Let's see what he goes into. Dawn Fan shouldn't be a move. Yeah, that shouldn't work, because I think I can just Giga Drain. And if he is going to go for, like, spikes or whatever, that's fine. We're going to go for Giga Drain. Hopefully we outspeed. Not quite. That's fine. Absolutely fine. He did put speed investment into his Dawn Fan. That's fine. Did get a pretty big Giga Drain there. Hydreigon should never be able to do more than like 40% to me. Demeter? Superior. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to click U-turn. Should always be slower. Like, literally always, I should be slower. Leaf Storm might hurt a little bit. That's fine. Didn't do very much. Big U-turn. And I could do something like go hard into Roaring Moon, maybe? Oh, shoot. My Roaring Moon is incorrect. That's not good. Okay, I can't go Roaring Moon then. I do have to go Zama. Damn, that's fine. I think that's fine, to be honest. Because it forces respect on Body Press. Because Body Press obviously should like always kill. Maybe after the leftovers, maybe not. Electros's U-turn did 106 minimum. If I assume no investment, it's 185 right now. Ooh, Moon might be pushing it a little bit. Or not Moon, Zama. Man, I should have just... Moon would have been so good here. Zama might be kind of pushing it. Can Superior kill me? With like a Tera Blast ground? It shouldn't ever be able to kill me. That's fine. I will just click Body Press then. He has to respect it a little bit, right? Big kill. Very big kill. That was probably a roll. Probably. But it was a roll in my favor, more than likely. $185 plus 18, sitting at 203 roughly. Yeah, that was easily in my favor. Like, very comfortably in my favor. This is a Tauros. If it's Scarf, that's kind of like whatever. I think I just click like Iron Defense again. I think I just click Iron Defense here. Because if it isn't Scarf, then I'm like super bulky. Suddenly. Yeah. It has to be banded to like even do more than 30. Oh, that's huge. I didn't even know it learned Will-O-Wisp. I almost had rest. Okay, that's fine. We're burned now. That's whatever. A Body Press should still be doing like 50% roughly. I could click Iron Defense again, but is that necessary? I don't know if it's necessary. That's fine. More than likely Glow King comes out. I would be kind of shocked if it didn't. I didn't even know it learned Will-O-Wisp, to be honest. Okay, he's gonna take the 50. That was not 50, but Rocky Helmet's fine. Body press. Scrumptious. Man, I almost had rest. Is it left? It's not leftovers, so I can click. I could click Iron Defense here, or I could even go like Lando. Is there any reason to keep this around? I think at this point it's just good to like get the chip. I'm gonna click Body Press again. The chip sounds really, really nice. Rest, that's fine. You can't do anything now. Well, you can, but you're risky. You're kind of risking it now. I'm gonna go Guardy, I think. Because Zama can still do something to Hydreigon. I'm gonna go Guardy. That's gonna get Intimidate too. And then we're gonna click Psyshock. Psyshock would be huge. Persephone is Fluttermane, more than likely. Yeah. Yes, it is. We are going to absolutely chew anything he goes for. We're going to Terrasilize, click Psyshock, and then we have Shadow Sneak afterwards. Oh, that's fine. I don't care what you go into. Cloaking is not eating this. I mean, Cloaking might eat it better than Fluttermane, obviously. But it's still taking 40%. I did nothing. That could be a Scarf Fluttermane still. Sludge Bomb makes sense totally to come out here. I think I'll go Eel. Let's go Eel. Cloaking versus Eel. Knockoff should be pretty good damage. That's fine. Obviously, that's fine. Yeah, look like Knockoff. Get rid of an item on something on his team. Colbur, that's fine. Now, I don't know what they feel most comfortable going out into. It's apparently a Hydreigon. I'm totally okay with this. I don't believe Hydreigon is ever capable of killing me. A Choice Specs Draco definitely could. So we are going to go Zama. On like a flamethrower or something like that. I say flamethrower, you know what I mean. Even a Draco, like, I would rather take it. Potentially I live the burn. Maybe. We don't. That's fine. Can't go Guardy quite yet. Roaring Moon. Oh, actually, Hydreigon versus my Zama. It's not Specs. That's for sure. Yeah, we'll go Vaporeon. And we'll get a Wish Up. Luther May? That's not Luther May. That's not Luther May at all. It would be nice to get Electros some HP back, so we'll switch into Electros. I could see Sludge Bomb coming out, in which case, like, obviously... Ooh, maybe I should go Lando. Lando should always be able to, like, chew an attack from anything after the Wish recovery, and if he doesn't go for Ice Beam, then he should never be able to kill me. Yeah. That's fine. Even the poison would be fine. That's totally cool. Totally fine. We are going to get Stealth Rock up. I could go for Earth Power, but I really don't want Hydreigon to come in. Like, even though I don't believe it is specs, like, in any way, I just don't feel like Lando should be taking a strong Draco. And Stealth Rocks will, like, prevent... Actually, it'll help my team out a lot. So we'll be getting rocks up. He's staying in. That could be an Ice Beam coming my way, which is totally okay. That's totally okay. It might not even kill. It does though. Okay. All good. Now I can go Roaring Moon. I am nervous that that is a Scarfed Flutter main. And also, it's still a very healthy Slowbro he has here. With no item, so knockoff might not even kill from Roaring Moon. Oh, it definitely will, though. No, I guess not. It might not. I think I have to risk it right now. Yeah, I kind of have to risk it, I think. Man, that's really bad. It's really annoying. Oh, knockoff might have killed from that range. We'll go for discharges. Even if he switches out, at least I can get a para potentially. Oh, that hurt him bad. That did hurt. Next time it come in, Roaring Moon should literally always be able to kill, I think. Tiamat. Yes, makes sense. We'll click U-turn. Or I could click knock. No. We'll eat the Dark Pulse, chew it up. Just don't get flinched. It's feeling kind of scarfed. Don't y'all think? Man, I really want to... Like, I'd feel really comfortable clicking Dragon Dance if I had my booster right now, man. What does he have in the back right now? Could even switch, like, Hardened to Gardevoir or something, maybe? Let's go Gardevoir. Let's just like really weirdly switch it up there. That booster was not helping, man. I needed the speed. If I had the speed, I would have been fairly comfortable. I think he is gonna switch. He's not scarfed. Okay. I mean, I always click Drain and Kiss. It should even do like a respectable chunk to Slowking. Because I know it's not max special defense. I won't sneeze at 14%. At least something. That's two side shocks there. Roughly. Yeah. That was pretty big. Oh, and it's too weak. Oh, never mind. I thought it was too weak for some reason. I'm not thinking right. What could he go out onto? Fluttermane? Uthermay? The Gardevoir's in a pretty good position right now. The Slowking's relatively weak, below 25%, maybe hitting around 50 right now. You would have to switch in multiple times, and that's just a free Psyshock both times. Persephone, I am gonna click Psyshock on you. I will feel very comfortable doing that. Fluttermane. Psyshock potentially just kills, but also I have Shadow Sneak in the back. I don't believe that should ever kill. Never. That did look kind of specs, though. That hit really hard. We are going to click Shadow Sneak. That is a dead Fluttermane. Good job, Gardevoir. Hydreigon could come out. A Flash Cannon will not kill me, though. Unless it is specs, which we know it isn't. Unless it could be like Expert Belt, maybe? I'm fine with just sacking Electros, I think. I didn't even kill. That is a free knockoff. Actually, a free discharge, I suppose. Yeah, let's discharge. That's paralysis there, yeah. It's pretty huge. That's really huge. Can you turn kill Slowking? Probably not. Probably not. Let's just click discharge, it's fine. That's potentially a para on something in the back. Or it hits Tauros relatively hard. Para on you? I mean, I hate risking, like, you know, asking for the worst, but that'd be pretty big. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, we just let this go down. I'm doing too much. I could see him clicking Draco, maybe. Flamethrower. Gardevoir should be able to come out and literally never die to any attack. Flash Cannon from a modest Hydreigon does 118 max. Like, we should be good. It shouldn't matter. It's pretty low. Now, I'm curious about something. That looked pretty like max defense earlier. It was pretty bulky. It did not take very much damage from the side shock, for example. I was unsure if somehow Thunderbolt could potentially do more damage, but I don't think it can. And I do believe we just click side shock here. It should kill. And it does. That's good, Gardevoir. Thank you. I think that does mean we claim the win. I'm sorry, I wasn't so very excited. I haven't played Pokemon in a little bit, over a month, maybe. And this is actually like a very clean win for me. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of proud. Hydreigon. We just click Draining Kiss, obviously. Flash Cannon should never be able to kill. I don't think it learns anything else that could potentially kill me. Like, I guess he could Dark Pulse flinch me once into Flash Cannon, but I don't know if he has it like that. Flinch? No, okay. All right, GG's to Lulz. I am sorry if I misgendered you. I do apologize. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's GG. Even when Tauros comes out. Tera Fairy Draining Kiss should do 50%. Actually, Psyshock should kill hypothetically, but to preserve. Yeah, I don't think Psyshock kills. Yeah, and you're faster anyways. Damn. Yeah, I don't think Psyshock killed. That looks like you have a lot of physical defense earlier. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Interesting. All right. I was worried about Sleep Talk. I guess he didn't even have Sleep Talk. All right, GG's to Lulz. That was a pretty clean game for me. I can't be angry. It's the cleanest game I've had in a very, very long time. So I am proud of that. I am happy about it. I'm sorry if that felt like a little BM at the end. I just didn't think Psyshock killed, and I would rather have gotten the HP than otherwise. Oh, well. Well, it's a good thing that was at the end of the game there. That could have been annoying if it crashed in the middle. All right. Yeah, I mean, I said it 3 times. It's been a while, guys, so excuse me for my commentary this week. GG's to Lulz. I had a great first week. I think that was 4-0. I'm very proud of that. Very happy about it. His team was very scary. I have never fought a Fluttermane, I don't think. I don't think I've ever done that quite yet. And I'm glad I had Gardevoir, because it's like just a crazy special defensive wall when you use it with an Assault Vest. It's absolutely ludicrous. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please hit like and subscribe down below, and leave a comment as well if you like my team. I believe this is probably going to be merged together with my team analysis and everything, because I just don't really have the time to make 2 separate videos. But I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you next week for week 2 of the Nbbl. Bye.